Got this going. Ready to rock and roll. Six, what's up, buddy? Hey, Trip, how you doing, man? Hard to believe, right? Another week has gone by, everyone. We have flown through. Wayne, how we doing, man? Happy New Year, buddy. Welcome to the live stream. RPT, what's up, buddy? Sliver Queen, let her live on in infamy. I hope everyone's doing good, man. Hope we're chilling, man. We're chilling. We got Lorwyn spoilers starting tomorrow, man. It really has. Here we are on our Sunday, where I comment, well, the ad for some game is rolling. Hey, thanks, Jeff. That's great. That's great. I mean, the channel can use every little bit of influx of cash it can get. MTG Pack Rat, what's up, buddy? Hard to believe, man. I mean, Lorwyn is right there around the corner. We get the spoilers tomorrow, which, of course, I'll probably do some kind of extra video tomorrow. Or maybe I'll hold off my video just so I can do it about the spoilers. Because it's going to be kind of a big thing, right? Hey, Kenneth, how we doing, man? Coos, what's up, buddy? Collector box or a booster box? Honestly, I want to see how... I mean, you never know until you see the cards, man. Gets me all, like, pent up going, like, how could this go? This could be amazing, right? So, I mean, the modern market for Magic cards is just so topsy-turvy. It makes you wonder if you really have to buy anything right away. Have some cash ready in need of direction. Well, hey, Monk Eater, what's up, man? Hey, Lizard, what's up, man? Happy New Year. Yeah, we're gonna have an interesting start to 2026, to say the least. You have players who are being highly cautious with their funds. You know, we're worried about a lot of world and global events. Then you've got Magic cards and new worlds that some players have never been. There's a whole new segment of Magic's population that has never been to Lorwyn, and they're missing out. Okay? This is roughly the time I was coming back, right? I came back for Lorwyn. Future Sight I was just getting some packs from Future Sight, but I didn't actually play in the block. And then the first Planeswalkers coming out was when I came back to Magic. So it was, what was that? Lorwyn, Morning Tide, and Evening Tide, right? Getting Stoked, the High Prefect more. Oh, I know. It's a sick card, man. It's so powerful. I'm going to try to be #1 in the top 10 next Sunday. Yeah! Just make sure you tell me what you're shopping for so I can go looking and confirm. I wonder what the chase card will be. I know. You know what? Having Shocklands back is going to be big because Shocklands have been creeping up in price. $20-25. Hey, Jess, to see these things get hammered a bit is probably going to be a good thing, right? To see them drop back down to the $12-13 mark for Shocklands is not going to be a horrible thing. I missed Lore when I took a 15-year vacation after Darksteel and came back for Brothers War. Okay, yeah, Jeff, I left at Visions, Mirage. No, I went to the Mirage. Anything after Mirage, and I came back at Lorwyn. School took up time. Life took a beating on me. I'm lucky I didn't get rid of my cards, though. Oh, many people did. Don't you hate... I brushed my teeth, and now I got that kind of minty taste. I'm drinking water. Blah. But I need some agua. I don't have a coffee. What can I do? This will be my first Lorwyn. It's going to be great, Jeff. You're going to love it. Fun world. Fun stuff. Most of you guys probably saw the Jim Henson stuff that they're doing, like the puppetry video type thing. I'm very interested to see how that's going to play out. It does definitely remind me of like a Dark Crystal type vibe from the 80s, and I'm all in on that. It's great. Hey Mox, how's things? Does the Jund commander for Lorwyn seem strong or broken? I don't know. Let's find out. Which one? Which one is it? Give me a name. Give me a name. Where am I going here? Over here? Jund. Oh, yes. Yes! It absolutely does seem powerful, man. You're crazy, right? We were just talking about it. Yeah. Look, Commander's Commander. Cards are allowed to be at a whole different bracket of power level compared to standard. And people need to be ready for that when we get to the Hobbit. But right now, looking at Lorwyn and looking at the amazingness of the set, not only is Commander going to be piping, the singles market is going to be hot. And I'm looking forward to seeing what cards they come out with, because we just, of course, had Avatar drop, right? Avatar coming out right now gives us a lot of playroom. There's a lot of good decks to build with. And now we're going to keep adding some sauce and some spice and come up with a new creation. Lorwyn followed by Strixhaven. More lesson cards. Pay attention, people. There's going to be some quick money to be made there. Lorwyn was the last set before taking a 10-year break. Lizard, see? We're all feeling the flow, man. We all can't wait to go back and see what happens next. I feel the same way. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's one of those things you look back and you go, you know what? That's going to be pretty good, man. It's going to be pretty exciting. Yeah. It's going to be crazy, right? Seeing all these new sets, right, Jeff, get rotated in. And we're going to see all this craziness. And then I think to myself, it seems like every new set that drops, though, mixes a few old cards with some new cards, okay? Which means some old cards you still have to have in your deck to have a good chance of winning, but a lot of new cards because they're spicy, powerful, or they're moving on to some other kind of theme. And that seems to be the winning combination. So I'm wondering if they'll keep in that vein, because if they become too predictable and certain decks win too often, that's when problems can happen. I can't tell you how annoying seeing the Badger Mold play out every time for me. And people feel the same way with my Storm Chaser deck, right? As soon as you see it, you know what you're in for, and you've just got to be like tuned in, or you're going to lose really quick. And if you don't have an answer, people just fold, right? So Standard's going to be like that for a while. But Commander, there's so much variance in Commander. Ah, I'm sorry, Jeff. Can I skip ads? Can I do something here for ads? Oh, I can just insert ads. Okay. Oh, I can delay ads? There you go. Ads are delayed for 10 minutes. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Whatever it's doing, it's doing. I'm sorry. I did not click any ads. Let's see here. Oh, McEwen, don't worry, buddy. It's all good. See, we're all in on Lorwyn, man. The hype begins. I try to put loot in the set. I hope not. Although, you know what? No. Simonic, 3901. I think they're actually going to fall in price. I think you've got room to wait for the Avatar boxes to drop a little more. Okay? I think we've got some space on those boxes. I think they're still, not that they're a bad price right now, if depending on where you are. The US is definitely cheaper than Canada, but I think we've got a little bit of room. All right? Like certain stores here in Canada haven't even put their collector boxes up for sale for Lorwyn. But if you look at Avatar in Canada, it seems overpriced. Like I would not recommend anybody in Canada to buy, store, and collect a collector box just to have them because they're just too expensive. With the tariffs, the import fees, duties, and tax, they are not worth the money. But in the States, it's different. The price is usually 70 to 80 bucks less after all the taxes, import, and exchange. So it's way cheaper. Way cheaper. Makes a lot more sense. That's all I can say. A lot more sense. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it, buddy. Kithkins, I'm excited, man. Old cards. The overprinting of Eternal cards is out of control. My first printing Heroic Intervention foils are dying. You know what? Cha? Hey, Grasshopper. What's up, buddy? Schmitty's not wrong. Okay? I'm just saying the price is better. All right? If you just want to be a person who collects them and holds on to them, hoping for a flip at some point, I'm just saying it's better. Now, when we're looking at... Sorry, big yawn. That lack of coffee is going to kick in. The printing for Eternal cards. Bringing all these cards back over and over and over and over again. Wizards is giving a gap of time. Other than the secret layers, they are giving a gap. when you look at things like Modern Masters, we haven't had a Master Series product, but they are giving us Universes Beyond. But those are all fitting into Standard. They're all being rotated. So the power level, even if there might be new cards, there'll be a few amazing cards, but the power level should be a little bit more muted to Standards level. And some of those cards will slide into things like Commander over time. But every card that they print new has a chance of being reprinted later on. I did a video on that last week discussing how the way they're reprinting now and then bringing new sets in, the way they're creating their market space. I don't think a lot of players realize how much control Wizards of the Coast has in the secondary market. They can nuke it whenever they want. And yes, they are killing value of hundreds of cards a year. But I'm surprised to see they haven't introduced some new, redone reprint of a set. I'm surprised. I think they're just letting it marinate as new sets come in. I think it's going to get worse. I don't think it's going to get better. I think they need to have a reprint cycle that really stretches things out. Or take some of those cards and just expand them into the reserve list. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bring some new cards, bring some new blood into the reserve list. Just take 2 to 4 cards per set. I'd be happy. Bring back the list cards. Still can't believe Lauren is the last Buy a Box promo. Yeah, Wayne, it makes you wonder, how is that news? This is the last Buy a Box promo. Oh, so you're ripping us off even more. Thank you, Wizards. Thank you so much for just, giving it to me again. 8-year reprint cycle would be ideal. Jimmy, that's not a bad idea. 5's a little bit fast, 10's a little bit long, 7, 8 could be about right. And that's usually a cycle they do for things like high-end cards. Mox Amber, Mox Opal, all those things seem to fall into that area, right? Because you're wearing a Star Wars shirt too. You know I am, man. I wore it today, man. Hold on. Hello from the left coast. Jason, what's up, bro? Welcome to the live stream. All right, let's get Lizard on here. Lizard, here we go, buddy. We're going to get you on this thing. We're going to get you on here. I had a pen. Oh, it's over here. See, I keep my stuff around. All right. All right, man. We're going to hope to get you a spot on the collector box giveaway that we're doing here, right? We're going to spin this one. We're going to wish you luck. Oh, I like it. It feels like it's flowing, man. You ready? Ready? Oh, and we get a story time bonus. Dude, you're going on. All right, hold on. Let's get this on there. Where is it? Here we go. All right. All right, we got you on there. Put you in the box. Now, story time. So, Jordy, what's up, buddy? I tried the Costco thing again. We were going up north. There's a Costco in Barrie. I was told this right off the highway. So I said, you know what? My 5-year plan for it to be effective means we don't really eat out at all now. But Costco food is really cheap. If we get there right at closing, we can zip right in, pick some stuff up, get some gas from their gas station, and get back onto the highway. Minimal impact to our trip. I'm ready for this. We're going to push the button and try it out. So, we pull in. The wrong way, I might add, the wrong way. The food court was very busy, but within 15 minutes, we had gotten the food. It cost a quarter of what I would have paid at a Burger King. A quarter of the price. I got 3 hot dogs, 2 sausages, a hot dog, 3 waters, 2 poutine. Minnie Mox asked for a chunk cookie. I said no, but maybe next time. So I bought all that. It came to like $23. It was really cheap. Okay. Gas station, I saved about $8 on a tank of gas for how much I had to fill up. I was actually impressed doing it that way. I wasn't visiting the store. I wasn't doing anything insane. No nightmare fuel, just in, zip, zip, zap, zip, and out to the highway. It was amazing. Okay? Now, coming home, that doesn't make sense. It's the other side of the highway. You'd have to get off, go across some bridges and stuff. It would take too much time. But going there, I think we found a new little bit of a savings that might justify having an ongoing membership. So I'm kind of impressed with that little plan that came from a coworker who said, you should just do it this way. I'm like, ho, 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 ho. So there you go. There's your first story of the night. Jordy says, greetings, colonial cousins. Spin it. All right, Jordy. Let's get Jordy up here. Jordy. Jordy, we got you, bro. You ready? You ready? Boom, we're spinning it for you, bro. We're bringing it. Just finished the video. Mox not making the same mistake with time throws I did for replenish. Thanks again for the hard work, buddy. Pack in the box. What pack we got going in the box? We are putting a set booster of the Brothers War. Set boosters. Remember these? Yeah, we remember set boosters. Oh. There we go. That's in there, Jordy. It's in there, buddy. Yeah, the Time Spiral was kind of an interesting card to come up on the list. I'm not knocking it. It's great. I have a couple of near mint copies myself, but I'm like, hey, that card's kind of trending down. People are kind of paying attention. Man, it looks like some people took aim at that card and bought some extra copies this far. Now, Replenish, I got copies for like 40-something bucks. I got in at a good time, and some of you guys probably did as well. I did mention it in a couple of videos, so I'll probably do a video this week talking about some reserve list cards to keep an eye on. So thank you, Anthony. Costco food is acceptable for price. Yes, Jess, it's the cheapest thing I could find. Absolutely. $1.50 hot dogs got me through college. Jason, I'd never been to Costco. This is my second trip now. Between the gas and those cheap hot dogs, and you get water. I'm not a pop guy, but you get water. I'm like, I'm good with that. Happy holidays! DJ Longhair's in the house. What's up, buddy? Nick Kai Putter says, whatever Wizards reprints, nothing can beat the OG printings. I agree. See, I do agree with that. When I looked, I did the combo video yesterday. I chose the original Fling, right? The original version of it, because this looks cooler, man. It's like a naked giant throwing somebody. It's awesome. There's still some cool artwork to be said in the new stuff, but like I remember looking at 2018 Dominaria. They had that stained glass knight, like the Saga card with the stained glass knight in it. I still think that thing's breathtakingly beautiful. I miss set boosters. There you go, Grasshopper. You know where it's at, man. Slivers are slivers are always good, McEwen. Just sell 500 Mox Ambers and start living your best life. Being able to move that many is very difficult. Okay? I will be honest, the people who are hoarding tons of cards, I made that comment, like, it is hard to sell that large of a quantity. Okay? I can't sell just to a couple local stores here. They can't accept that much. They don't have the money to back that up. It's a shame. Refresh my brains. What's the web packs in the box for? That's right, Jordy. It's for the 50K party. So when your name goes on here, your name goes in for the 50K party every time. It's just automatic. It goes on the spreadsheet, you get added in, and that's just the way it is. If you're balls, you can just go in for food, no membership, and buy. They check your memberships here. Like, to go in, they check it. Beep, you have to, like, do a thing. Right? Whoa, first pack in the box since this. Is it really? Yeah, you know what, Kenneth? I don't think we've had that many. You're right. I think they do, Mike, and they're kind of intimidating because I would like to get some for my standard deck. I would like to get the River Pyre Verge. I want to place at a 4. And it's like 22 bucks Canadian each. That's like an $80 investment in my standard deck that I'm like, oh, I can't. I gotta go with the cheap lands, but it's okay. I'm not dying. But yes, I think they have room to grow. When I go to sell 100 plus copies of sandals at Abida, I will take forever. It will, but you should never sell them. They're beautiful sandals. They're one of a kind. They are of a limited vintage availability. Never. I would never. No, there's too many cool cards. I'm not doing it. I look at that. Now, tomorrow. So, many of you guys know, I'm off for a portion of this week as well. Okay, I was at work last week, but I'm off for a portion of this week. On purpose. So, who knows? I don't think I'll be having a lot of extra time or anything. I'm doing stuff with Mrs. Mox, but I may have an odd random video out extra to talk, or might be in regular, depends on when it happens, for the spoiler season. I might cover spoilers a little bit closer this time, just because it conveniently falls within my time off, and it's my time. I can do what I want. So nobody's going to argue with me. The missus will not say anything. I'll get to do what I want to do. So for that being said, I mean, it's going to be awesome. I wish I bought more Verges at 5 to 8. I know, Mike. I know. I only have a couple, and I didn't focus on the River Pyre Verge. So I'm like, oh, having one or two of them doesn't help me. Although, the funny thing is, Aether Drift boxes are still pretty cheap, right? You can find them cheap still, and you get 2 to 3 versions for each one. Like, it almost, you know, you start making money almost. It's weird. If they check you, just say you're going to get your membership. That's true. Jess, you're true. You probably could. I mean, if you had the guts to do that, yeah, you're probably good. You probably could. I'm not gonna argue that. I was looking at these. I found all these old a long time ago. We went to Toys R Us, and they were clearing out Magic intro decks, where it was like an intro deck, starter deck, with a couple of booster packs built inside. I bought a lot, okay, because it was buy one get one free, and they were discounted. So you're buying for like $5-6. You're getting basically 4 booster packs for $10 and 2 starter decks. That's kind of how it worked out. Fat packs for $16, right? So I found all these. I might do a couple of what do you call it? This is from Theros. I might use these for some of my what do you call it? What do you think I do? The Instagram posting, like on YouTube. The shorts. That's it. Can you imagine? We don't really go out for dinner that often, though. You know that, right? I did give a Mox Amber away one time to a McDonald's person who recognized me. I often keep 1 or 2 in my car, just in case. So I have given, I've gone to a McDonald's where somebody walked up, who I, of course, did not know, and he goes, "You're the Mox man, right?" And he was like, "Ah, you recognize me, bro." Because I don't really get recognized, right? So I ran to my car. I said, "I'll be right back. Stay here, man. I'll be right back." I ran out. And I gave him a Mox Amber. It was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome. It's just kind of funny. It's one of those things because I am not a big YouTube person. As much as we might have a good time here on the channel, I got like 30,000 subs. I'm not those guys with 100, 200,000 who get recognized, invited to conventions, all that stuff. But it's not as if it's like a 1,000 person channel anymore either. So if you get recognized, you're like, "Oh, right, it's a good fan. That fan knows." Right? And of course, hopefully he gets a story out of it. "I met the Moxman. The guy ran out. He gave me a Mox Amber, bro." Like, "What? Yeah, dude." I can just imagine how that story would go at dinner time. You know? I can imagine it. It'd be funny. Same as there was this time. Same McDonald's, different circumstance. Same McDonald's, different circumstance. Where some older gentleman couldn't get his debit card didn't. Anyway, it looked like he didn't have money in his account to buy a quarter pounder with cheese and a McChicken. Not fries, not combos, just each of those burgers. And I'm sitting there and he's trying over and over to keep saying declined. He goes, "But I have money. I just like, hey man, I'll tap for you, bro. Let me just tap so you can get your food." He's like, "Oh, that's so nice of you." Those are those nice little things where it shows you can still be a nice person. Even when you're having a bad day. Having a bad day and doing something nice for somebody can really cheer everyone up, including yourself. Because you feel like you did a good deed. Yeah. Anyway. It kind of says, "Slides a Mox Amber across the desk. Checking in for Mr. Mox." You know what's sad? Some people get like 100K subs in just 6 months because on how much dumb society likes their... Yes, my son likes some very silly content that I cannot get behind. But I'm figuring it's because I'm old. Right? Oh, I have so many stories to tell you. Jimmy's like, "I have a quota." I have a quota, man. Come on. Okay, here's another one for you. I was snowblowing up north. This is just some freebie stories tonight, man. I was snowblowing up north, and there was like, you get these snow hills where your car would pull in. And it's kind of big. And I said, it's still pretty loose. I'm sure I can move it up with the snowblower. Like, just push it a little bit higher, make myself a little bit more room when I turn the car in. And for the first 20 seconds, it's all going fine. I guess I took a step a little bit too close. And the snowblower started climbing up, right? Because my hands are on the handlebar things that, engine and the chute. So I slipped. Okay, I slipped. I went underneath it. Now, not all the way, I'm not chopping my legs off, but underneath the snowblower. And the big metal thing, the engine block with the steel brace thing around it, slammed into my knee. Okay, like right down on it. I got up really quick. Really quick. And for a second I go, okay, everything's good. And then my knee basically buckled, right? It gives out. You're leaning on the snowblower now. Nothing's going. You're just sitting there going, oh, you know, the anger level. Like, you know, did I just mess up my knee? And did I just mess everything up? Am I going to miss work? Am I going to, like, is this surgery? Did I just chop open my leg, like, by hitting the steel so hard? Like, it's right on the kneecap. And I stood there for 6-7 seconds, wondering what was going on, contemplating my life and the choices I made, doing this little hill I didn't have to do. I just felt like doing it. And within, like, you know, a minute, the knee started functioning again. I could put some weight on it. I hobbled back inside. I said to the miss, I go, did you see what just happened? She goes, no. I said, you mean if I'd fallen out there, you'd have no clue that I fell? She goes, no. I said, oh, it's good to know. I gotta wear a bell or something, man. So anyway, I was fine. Like, it's a huge bruise because it's a big chunk of metal, right? But that's it. Like, yeah, I can still walk on it. Okay, Matt Sampson. I bought one for the channel. Okay, remember, I haven't worked it out yet. Okay, I know for Avatar, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I got one. Okay, I got one. Let's see here. Likes is one thing. Moxman gets a patron only channel since he has fellow Canadian energy ratio. Thanks, man. I had that one time. I asked cover the coffee. Hey guys, dual lands, Bayou and Savannah. What's the cheaper over there? I had 1K saved up, but family pets being ill and spent. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Jordy. You have to, man. I would too. If BC got sick or something, I'd take care of my dog, bro. Family first. Cardboard's a great game, but it's cardboard. I'd never forgive myself if I could save my dog. My dog was dying of cancer. Nothing I could do. Put my dog down. Realistically, right? It's a lost leader. But if it's something I can do for my dog, then I'm gonna fix it, right? Yes, Grasshopper. I thought, oh, how bad was this, man? I really did think, what did I do to my leg? So funny. Although, hey, guys, somebody as well. Over Christmas, I was surprised how many of you, and thank you to everyone who sent me all the photos. I haven't answered all the emails yet, but there was people who bought Mishra's workshops, Library of Alexandria's, and yes, to the people out there who bragged about getting Bazaar of Baghdad, thank you. Thank you very much. You bought the Bazaar I was going to buy. I appreciate that. It was funny. It was funny. We're both in Toronto, I know. So there was a lot of amusement to some of how this went, but there was a lot of higher end cards that sold over the holidays, and surprisingly enough, many people admitted they were Christmas gifts. Money on top of money on top of money, plus money they had saved from family, friends. I want to get this one particular card. Can everyone just pool some cash together? And it knocked off a couple $100 from these bills, right? People got Bayous, Savannah's, Underground Sea, a near mint Underground Sea. The thing looks crisp, right out of a pack, man. I was surprised how many people from around the age of 30 to like 60 were buying these cards. And I'm glad they sent photos. You're like, oh, this is so cool. It is so cool. Did you guys know that the gentlemen, the group of people who buy only dual lands, they bought some beta dual lands? Okay, now I admit, I don't know how much they spent because they refused to tell me in this case, but they bought like 8, and it was pretty impressive. I was like, wow, 8 beta dual lands? That's insane. And they were in pretty good shape, by the way, in case you guys are watching. It's pretty good shape. Happy New Year, Doug! What's up, buddy? Yes, I know. That's the thing. I gotta be careful. I know I gotta be a little more careful. My birthday's this week, by the way, guys, in case you forgot. Yeah. But don't worry, I'll be online. Nothing really changes for me. I just go and get my favorite food on my birthday, and I'm chill. So that's true. I'm turning 50 this week. Old man Moxman. Jimmy, I kind of know. I'm just not know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. Right? Like, all these guys, I know have a lot of money. Okay? Like, I know they're all fairly wealthy. And they buy a lot of things. But the dual lands is what they let me in on. Okay? And I know they flip a lot of cards, by the way. I know this is not all cash they spend, but they flip large quantities of cards across multiple formats. Selling platforms. And they're not all located Canada, US. They are also UK and over on the other side of the ocean. Get yourself a birthday coffee. I will. That will buy me 15 coffees. So I appreciate you, Trip. I will get a coffee. I just, Mrs. Mox is like, hey, you want me to make you some coffee? But me having coffee this late, Jordy, would be very bad. I would be very awake. And that means I wouldn't sleep. So I would not go down well. No. 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 Because don't forget, I have my original collection, Jess. So I got them from packs when I opened them back in the day. So I've got at least a play set of everything except for Volcanic. I only have 2 Volcanic. So 38 plus a whole bunch of like extra random ones that are inside different decks. I'd say 50, maybe 60 dual lands spread across, my playing years, right? But I've made mistakes where I like got rid of like alpha and beta ones and went into more revised because they all looked the same. Like I was a teenager trying to line things up. So I'd made mistakes in how I traded and sold some, but I opened mine from packs. I've only had to buy some, right? I only had to buy a few, and I've bought some for myself, and of course I bought for the channel. But yeah, I gotta have quite a few. Because I have so many decks, I forget where I put everything. I'm betting, Jimmy, that he has a plan for those within the family, right? If they can keep consolidating what they're doing over the next 20 years. Remember, he's like what? He's in his 40s. If he gets another 20 years out of this, think about how much reserve list cards could permanently disappear, which overinflates the value of certain cards because they're not coming back to market. And if you did want to sell, you just have to drip it out in such a slow quantity to match the market, right? Like, oh, there's 4 for sale, you'd be the number 5. You would not put 10 of your cards up. You'd put 1. It's the same as when you sell things like that. Thanks, Pack Rat. It's awesome, buddy. I probably am going to have it playing on the other screen. Yes, Jason. I'll be playing my game night with my buddies, but I'll have it playing because it's hockey. I can't help it. Kenneth, I'm not sure how we thought it. It's a long time ago, but I know we were all trying to get play sets of stuff. Like I even tried to get 4 Benelish Heroes, 4 Will-O-the-Wisps. So when the rule, because my first tournament, in case you guys forgot, my first tournament that I went to, I had like only a few lands and all ivory towers from Antiquities, right? Just ivory towers. And I would outlive everyone was the goal. Because I was gaining, 3-4 life, whatever cards I had in my hand, times all the things, and then you would have what do you call it for the infinite hand size. So anyway, I would just keep getting more and more life. That was the goal. But then when the rule came in saying you couldn't have more than 4 of something, we all had to start downsizing. So we started gathering copies of 4 of everything we could. Lords of the Pit, 4. Force of Nature, 4. And then of course there was cards we hadn't seen. Like I can't tell you how scary it was to attack someone with a Lord of the Pit, only to have Righteousness. Never saw it. We didn't have all the books and rules back then. You see something get +7/+7, it eats your Lord of the Pit, you're like, what is that card? And that was Righteousness. It was crazy. There's times like that. So we started getting play sets of 4 of everything we could get our hands on. Oh, you know what? Yes, Trip, that's exactly my problem. It happens. I have found Force Fields and Lion's Eye Diamond before, and I had a friend, it was Ventrix, and he was looking through a pile of my cards. Like when I have friends come over, they will grab a random pile of cards and start looking because they said, hey man, we have to look. I go, why? They go, you don't know where you put your cards. You're not up on every value. You could be losing good money. So funny. Hey, good evening, Mountain Jam. What's up, buddy? I have more for 4 Collector Lorwyn. Eager to see if they go to 500 quickly. They might. Tomorrow will be the real first step, like indicator about what we get. We already know we got serialized cars, right, Mountain Jam? We know we got some good stuff. But those spoilers, the idea of the Jim Henson studio thing, doing the whole play, you know, kind of Dark Crystal style, looking at the hype that will build from all that, it's going to be a big deal. Now, I want you guys to remember what Chris Cox said 2 years ago. We at Hasbro are going with the new and improved pathway to, what do you call it, to like profitability. And he basically said, we're going to grow up with our fans. Which means they are purposely putting together things that are going to be more expensive because older people can afford them. We saw it with the Transformers that can transform. We've seen it with some of the personalized action figures like Big Bang Theory. So collector boxes are an expensive item. You put some good stuff in there, people are going to buy it. They just will. It's crazy, but they will. Wish as a kid I'd been aware. Yeah, I know. Jordy, I know, buddy. Oh, the historian is in the house. Where have your live streams been? Have I been missing something? Because I've looked countless times for my Friday night chill time. And I ain't getting it. I'm being denied. Happy New Year, historian. Oh, it's been awesome, man. I can't complain. It was a busy week, but no complaints at all. I found a Sylvan library. Yes! Yes! When I came back to Magic, I had the ones from Legends, and people were like, those are worth a lot of money. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, bro. Oh. I did. Like I said, yeah, I haven't seen them on, man. I've been looking. My weekends feel incomplete. I don't like to be out of routine. You should know that by now. Smartest thing I did was complete my full play set of dual lands when they were sub 50. That is smart. I know, right? My bones hurt. I'm a puppy at 50. Well, you think about retirement, man. I'll tell you that. Every time you have a bad day, you're like, how many days till retirement? And I'm on the stream channel, not my main channel. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you. I know, man. Me too, bro. It's just one of those things. You can't help it sometimes. And I'm sure Historian will comment on this too. Have you noticed how they've like killed the views off? It's that time of year again, eh? Where all the views tank. They just tank. And I don't think it's anything we do as content creators. I think it's them saying, you got to turn things down. I don't know what it is. But I've noticed on my channel, I'm like, really? We went from way up here to like way down here. Yeah, it's crazy. And they do it every year. Just different times, but it's always like that thing. I hate it. I feel that. I'm 20 years to retirement. Sounds like a sentence some days. I know, right? I know. I mean, the good news is I like my job. I like the stuff I do, right? And this is where I get to chill. Every night, I get to create a video. Live streams, I get to talk about what we're doing. And I like my job, but this is that chill time. Because it's so weird to see, you know, my wife's side of the family, we hang out with them a lot, and none of them play Magic. I've tried. None of them play. So you're with these Portuguese people hanging out. They're all good people, but nobody wants to play Magic. Nobody wants to chill out, right? Minimox is playing less, like some of you predicted. You know, he's got things going on. At least it's not a life sentence. Yeah. Hey, Jason, it just feels like it's fun, right? Now, I have hard days because, you know, there's always hard days. Don't get me wrong. But so far, I chose a good career. Things have worked out. The only thing is, it's never enough money. Josh A says, did you forget Trip? I never forget Trip. Why would I forget Trip? Did I forget Trip? Oh, I did forget Trip. Oh. Let me go back up here. Hold on. I can't believe I thought I got Trip. I gave Jordy the money. That the pack in the box was Trip. All right, and we get Josh. I can't believe I forgot that. I'm sorry, Trip. Josh A. Now remember, if you get the bonus on here, your name gets put in for the giveaway collector box of Lorwyn. Okay, and Jordy, don't worry, buddy. Your stuff's right here with like the Urza's Caves and stuff. I'm shipping that this week because I have time to do it. So it'll go out this week, okay? And I'll send you the tracking when I ship it. Boom! Let's get this one for Josh. Straight told me on my newest video. Oh! Hey, we get another story time! I got a good story for you. Let's see here. It says, let me just read her story's thing. It straight up told me in my newest video that it was strong, but it was showing fewer people in the recommended up next area. It's really confusing. I know, right? I know. No, Schmitty, no. The Portuguese population in Toronto is still pretty big. I don't think they know each other. Let's see here. Give me 5 spins. I don't give spins that way. That's not the way it works. Okay, now, another story for you. Okay? Another story. So, at work this week, oh, that one's not going to work. Hold on. I got to rethink that one. I gotta think that one. Okay, hold on. I gotta rethink that one because I can't actually tell that one because it gives away stuff. So, I'll give you the second story. All right, we go shopping today, right? And my wife sees me paying attention to all these prices. Everything. She goes, why are you being so critical of all the prices? This is shopping for my mom, not us. I said, you're right. You're right. But your mom is on a fixed income. So, if we find anything here cheaper than what we see at Costco, when we go up on the Friday, we can stop in at the Costco. She says, you want to do shopping on a Friday night at a Costco right before it closes? I said, there wasn't a lot of people. We could pop in and pop out. We just have to have a list and know the prices of things. Because Costco breaks their prices down really good. I was really amazed. But she was like, look, she was getting really annoyed that I was paying attention to every little thing. Like everything they were buying. Like, I don't think we can get that, but we can try. She goes, you're wasting time. We just got to go. I said, this is going to save your mom. Are you stopping me from saving your mom some money? Hard-earned money that she needs? And then she like does the eye roll thing. Ugh. How long are you going to be? I said, just give me 5 more minutes. Let's just get a couple more prices. Let's get a couple photos here. Not everything, just mainly cleaning supplies. You know, they buy paper towel. I use dish rags. They use paper towel for everything there. I buy dish rags and just wash them. Totally different. Different grow up. But it was funny because she's not used to me wanting to hang around a shopping thing. But when it comes to saving money, I'm all in. Oh, and bonus. Yes. Yes. Yes, Josh. It is a bonus. Hold on. You're going in, Josh. You're going in, buddy. Absolutely. Boom. Thank you, kind sir. Thank you. Well, part of it annoys her a bit, but it really does come down to if you're on a fixed income, you only got so much money in a month to spend on everything you have to buy. It may not seem like a lot, but if you save a couple of bucks, even like $3 or $4 every week, well, that's 16 to 20 bucks, right? In a month. Like, that's not bad. I just wish I could get that old lady into buying some stocks. They pay some dividends. Hey, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Buying some extra cardboard always sounds good to me. Right? Always sounds good. I mean, as I said, trying to outfit my standard deck with all the lands I want is where it gets expensive. I'm really hoping that fetch lands are not too hard to find inside of this set, because then it'll kill the prices a bit. I want those prices for shock lands to come down so I can really outfit my standard deck with them. It's my plan anyway. We'll really have a good show tomorrow to see how all these things play out, right? It's gonna be a good time. I think a lot of people are looking forward to seeing it, so I can understand the excitement that's building. I have lots of friends who are like, oh, and places like 401 Games here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, they haven't put up their prices since they knocked it down to the $4.19. Like, our box that we're giving for the channel was $4.79. So $479.99 is what I paid plus tax for the collector box here for the channel. Oh, I know, it's gonna be awesome, right? Like, and the Jim Henson one, right? It's all like it's Jim Henson stuff, puppetry and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. Dark Crystal, man, come on! How can we not go wrong? That stuff gets me excited. It gets me like, brings me back to my childhood. I mean, Dark Crystal was like a creepy movie, man. That was pretty creepy. We also get the He-Man movie this year, don't we? Doesn't He-Man come out this year? Somebody confirm that. Is He-Man 2026? Is it? I think it's 2026. Of course it has Jared Leto. Of course it does. Yeah, 2026. When does this come out? Sorry, I can't see the screen right now, guys. I'll be there in a second. June. Okay, you know what? Oh my goodness, a $200 million budget on what? These are not named star actors. Oh, Idris Elba's there, though. I like him. Come on. I can't wait to see what they do with this, man. I'm hurt for some real magic lore. I know, right, Mike? Like, Avatar was great. I had a good time. I liked the cards. Bring me to Lorwyn. Bring me Eldrazi. Bring me Slivers. Bring me Thralls. I'll even take some Orcs. Let's go. Let's go! Lorwyn in my head is awesome. Hope it lives up. That's the thing. Does it live up to your imagination? See, Edge of Eternities was nowhere in my brain. I told you guys I wasn't really sure it was going to even be a good set. Then when I saw everything, I'm like, that's epic. Of course that's Jared Leto, right? Too early to start talking. Oh, is it too early? Okay. Keep them locked. Oh, it's keep them locked. Okay, I got you already. Hold on. All right, keep them locked. Hold on. Let's spin for you, buddy. No, it is not too early to talk about Teenage Ninja Turtles, but the Ninja Turtles are going to suffer the same fate. Oh my goodness! I don't have another story, guys. I'm sorry. I'll give you the bonus. Keep them locked. You're going in. I don't have another story. Sorry, man. That's the best you get. But for the Lord of the Rings, fit Avatar, fit FF kind of Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man, I know. But I still think the Ninja Turtles will suffer the same fate. I think Ninja Turtles will go down that path, okay? Where you get kind of stuck. Because, yeah, there'll be fans of Ninja Turtles. A lot of us grew up with them. There'll be some cool cards like Super Shredder, getting all those counters and built up. There's only one Commander deck, and I think they made it small knowing it wasn't going to do well. So, for me, I'm like, you know what? I think it's just chill, man. I think it's going to be a fun set to play. I know my friends have already said they're keeping it separate. It is a standalone play alone. They can. You know what? If we have enough of these things, or if some cool cards are put in, absolutely. Let's see here. Trip says, 2026, please be the end of Jace and his friends. Well, I think if they want to get serious, Trip, let's spin for Trip. If they want to get serious, Trip, they got to kill off some Planeswalkers, man. You got to keep new ones coming, old ones dying. Stories die, eh? Pack in the box. What pack we got? We got Core Set 2020. Another pack in the box. All right. Oh, I got to build that barrel for Tug. Well, the Marvel set could be good. Like the Super Shredder in my head, I'm thinking, you know, with the Infinity Stone, it's kind of cool, right? Like, we got some stuff here. So, I'm curious with the Soul Stone how some of these cards may link in to some of the other things this set, because it is a pretty amazing card still. And Commander, it's going to be a huge thing. People are going to ignore it, but you notice the card didn't drop to $20-$30, like a lot of people predicted. I knew it wouldn't. There's too much value there. But when we look at all these cards coming up, some of these sets are not going to do that well. Ninja Turtles is going to have some good cards. The artwork looks pretty on point from what you'd expect from the cartoon. I remember it very well. I remember the movies I went to each movie, even Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. I went to the new Turtle ones. What was with Megan Fox? I went to both of those. I am a fan of the Ninja Turtles. Will I buy the cards? Probably not. I'm not going to guarantee it, but I'm going to say probably not. Maybe a play booster box for fun with friends, but probably not. Not for me. Fractured Reality. It reminds me already, I'm not going to say it's going to be a bad set, but it reminds me of movies that already exist. A good version, an evil version, coming through, I don't know. I'm not going to say either or for that. That, for me, almost feels like an Edge of Eternities type thing. So I'm willing to sit this one and say, you know what? It caught my eye enough that I'm willing to sit this one and say, let's see. Do any cards get unbanned in January? Okay. I know they're trying out all these things. So if they want to get some hype built up for Commander, yeah, they would unban maybe a reserve list card that ends with Bond. But they're not going to. They have no reason to do it now. So chances are, I don't see a lot of cards being unbanned, if any. I think they may just kind of like put some more cards on the list to keep an eye on, right? I think their ultimate goal will to bring Commander into tournament play, to bring it like a regular, format set, harden the rules around how it's played, harden them up, and that would be interesting to see, right? I think that's like a decade in the making. Remember, they got long-term plans. Like any company, we as the peons, we think like 1 or 2 or 3 years. They're thinking 10, 20, 30 years. That's their job. Because they got to keep us hooked in, right? They got to keep the line and sinker and keep us coming in, going out, coming in, going out. They got to. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know where White Squirrel is. And I think Tug is like sleeping it off, man. Hey, I liked the movies. I was cool. I was a teenager, man. They were awesome. See? Historian's like, I went to all 3. I don't even care about the set. Yeah, but it's enough. Like, I mean, the toys as a kid, I was a little too old to get the toys at that point. Because they remind me of He-Man figures, but I was a teenager. I was getting past that. So the Ninja Turtles to me feels like a nostalgic throwback. But I feel the same way about Muscles from Mattel. The little pink guys and stuff. I feel the same way about those. Well, I'm talking about for organized play, Jimmy. I agree. I've been to a couple of places where people did not get along well. They did not play well with others. I did see that. I saw it a couple of times. I'm not going to lie. I've seen some actual, people walk out. I think they need to have a tier where everything's legal. Everything. That will be the most popular tier. Everything's legal. No banned cards. Not even anti. Just play. Who dares? I guess you have to ban anti. Because nobody's going to give up a Moxen, right? I want the Power Rangers. Again, I was too old for Power Rangers. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, give me Dino Riders. Remember Dino Riders? Give me Robotech. If you can give me some of the stuff you're giving me, give me Robotech. Right? I mean, there's some great stuff I'd love to see brought in as a standalone, though. Not part of standard. I'm talking maybe a Secret Lair. Maybe standalone Commander decks like Warhammer 40k, which, by the way, I think they botched that. They should have done a full-size set of Warhammer 40k. I mean, come on. Horus Heresy and stuff? Come on, we can do so much. Mox, any of the Magic Sinister 7? I don't know what you mean by that, Trip. Mox, any of the Magic Sinister 7 on the reserve list? What do you mean Sinister 7? That's right, let's free Nadu. Hold on, Mike. I'm bringing Nadu right there for you. I'm bringing Nadu right there. I'm freeing Nadu here at the MoxMan household. He's like, I was young enough. I wanted that Ninja Turtle Harry Potter Magic set. Strixhaven, I think, is the closest we got, but you never know. With the new TV show thing they're doing for Harry Potter, that could be possible. I wanted more Warhammer 40k. I want Age of Sigmar, too. There you go. Zoids! Oh, Visionaries. Remember with the hologram and Zoids? Wind up. I have the, do I have any here? Because Zoids is also, it was taken from Tomy Toys when they did Star Wars. They're all in that same vein. So great. Make Magic metal again. Well, if you want to get some cool Magic Worlds, can't we go back to some place we haven't been in a long time? Let's go back to Phyrexia. Not new Phyrexia. I mean Phyrexia. Let's go to that dead world and see what it looks like now. Let's have an exploratory force, a storyline, where a couple of the Gatewatch guys, let's say Jace goes with a couple of Planeswalkers and they go to check out Phyrexia. They've heard that there's an on-path that leads there. They want to make sure it's not dangerous for people, so they go. They arrive on Phyrexia, and you know what? It looks like a pretty dead world. Everything looks, it got shattered by Urza and them. It's just got holes and craters everywhere. And they're like, okay, no, this is pretty safe for like, an exploratory mission to see what's going on here. We can send a few people from Strixhaven to check this place out. So they send like a boarding party, like from like Star Trek. They send that party down. They don't come back. Jace goes back with a couple planeswalkers and they see kind of how things went down. Guess what? Those planeswalkers, they don't come back. I'm talking, we have some crazy Phyrexian guys, Phyrexianized planeswalkers come out of the ground, tear people apart. I want to see limb from limb. And then I want to see Jace barely make it back. Half his face is missing. His mind has been just warped by what happened in Phyrexia. And Mishra's alive. And everything's going crazy. And that's the start of a storyline for a new block. Let's bring it home, people. White Squirrel! Magic never let me down. Just like the Bears. Spin for me. White Squirrel is in the house. White Squirrel. There ain't no party like a White Squirrel party. Let's spin it. The red shirt planeswalker. Oh, you get nothing, White Squirrel. But it was a good attempt. Oh, okay. I don't even think about those cards. To me, they're not banned or racist. They're just a sign of the times, like many things in our history. Sorry, my brain was wandering. I'm just saying, we could totally go with a good story like this, man. They got to get to like the dark days, man. You got to like build up the hype, have some minor characters killed off to get interest going, right? You got to go kind of ultra-violent because it'll attract a lot of attention. It's like any hit TV show. Think about Game of Thrones. A lot of nudity in the first season, right? And it slowly fades out till there's nothing. Think about even Twisted Metal. The first episode, things are like so gory and horrifying. And then the show melted into nothingness. I didn't even care. And so far, I'm okay with what's been going on in Fallout Season 2. I'm pretty happy. So, yeah. I'm just saying, we got some similarities and stories we can fall upon. Oh, yeah, they are hard to find. Boom! Matches the flavor of the day. That's right, bro. Bring it home. Lorwyn, I'm kind of excited. I've been thinking about it all week. We're finally getting to a set that is like in-house lore, right? It's in-house lore, man. We are going there. And we're going to see some crazy stuff. It's going to be epic. MTG, what's up? Will the markets go crazy this week? There will be some crazy stuff going on. Absolutely. Okay? Absolutely. There will be stuff going on that people need to be aware of. I like that my Sheoldred, Queen of the Thralls, as she morphs into being the one, there you go, to conquer the universe. Until we get the He-Man set, then he's the master of the universe. He-Man. Sheoldred, Queen of Thralls. Well, the banned cards are all the racist ones like Crusade, Provoke the Prejudice, right? Provoke the P. There's a whole bunch of cards that are considered racist cards. The Gypsies, because you can't say Gypsy, right? The card, I forget what it's called. Whatever those Gypsy cards are, the one green and one other, right? Negan Baseball. Jordy, yeah, man. That's what we're talking about. Did you know, I heard that the viewership for the show when Glenn died dropped 30% and never came back. They liked Glenn that much. Paradesh, there you go, Paradesh, thank you. Yeah, Johnny goes in, right? He can't, peripheral vision's thrown off a bit, and some giant Phyrexian comes out and he just gets crushed. It's just over. And everyone's kind of like, what just happened? And then they're like trying to get away. The next Planeswalker is making a break for it, tries to open a portal, but the portal gets negated by, some crazy thing that, Mishra coming back to life does. We gotta go with this, right? Or you got actual Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth could come back to life. And Yawgmoth's been reborn as the core of the planet. Because of what happened at Edge of Eternities, he siphoned the life force of the Eldrazi to now rebuild himself inside of Phyrexia. See how we can tie this all together nice and neat like a bow? Better than a lot of movies nowadays, right? Am I right? Yeah. Let's bring it. It'd be great. I like Glenn, but I watched until my wife got too far ahead of me. I told her to wait for me and she wouldn't wait. She got so hooked in. And we had certain times we watched the shows. Like we watched Supernatural. Start to finish. In order together. She couldn't do it for this show. She was so into it, she couldn't do it. It's crazy. Can't help it. It's just the way it is, people. I sit there and go, okay. Fine. I'm not watching with you anymore. I'm moving into something else. I started watching, what's that one called? The Dracula, the love story thing. Snare Tale of Dracula. Not bad. I mean, I like Christopher Waltz, so. Derry ended, right? We're done this season of Derry. It was great. It was very scary. I did have some disturbing afterthoughts. Right, Mike? My mind is a playground. I have fun there every day. Exactly, Jordy. Cut him in half, man. I'm good with that. Oh my God. Heathcliff, Heathcliff, no one should terrorize the neighborhood. Remember that? That's Heathcliff, man. Yeah. Moxbox, yeah. I'm sorry. History is history. It happens. You just don't want to repeat it. So by blindly getting rid of things, you are giving a chance for a repeat of history in the future. I'm not big on that. The landscape of humankind is littered with mistakes. I'd rather see the big ones and not repeat them. So, anyway, yeah, I like that, Mike. That'd be good. If the cards are good. Yeah, right, Trip? I know. I'm telling you, man. So yeah, welcome to Derry. Oh, I watched the end of Stranger Things as well. I'm not going to give it away in case you haven't seen it yet, but like, I mean, it definitely had the 80s vibe down by the end of it. Well, I'd like to see... I know, right, Grasshopper? You remember it. Okay, guys. Oh, come on. Peaky Blinders was just epic. Love that show. Love that show. And I stumbled upon it, started watching it. I just couldn't stop till it was done. I'm sorry. Cillian Murphy? Oh, God, so good. Now. Oh, Drokus, you're never late, bro. You made it to the party. Thanks for coming out. When we're talking, though, about the earworms, when it comes to Saturday morning cartoons, like, I know them all. From Punky Brewster to Care Bears to Gummy Bears, Hercules, 1969, all that stuff, man. It just goes in my head. They're doing another... I thought they were doing a movie. I want my Edge of Eternity's Bloomborough Bucky O'Hare. Oh my God. Did you say Bucky? Captain Bucky O'Hare? What do you think of pre-EDH? I didn't know there was a... Oh, I mean the pre-modern? Or are we talking about... What's pre-EDH? Because pre-modern, I did not... Oh, Fraggle Rock, man. Down in Fraggle Rock. Working as another day. Let the children play. Down in Fraggle Rock. With the dozers, man. It's got me in my head now. I didn't realize that pre-modern was as big as it was. I really didn't, because I don't see a lot of people playing it around here. But when I saw the sales numbers and the wish list containment of people looking for certain cards, my mind started to melt. Just how popular some of this stuff is becoming. And the money moving in that market. So, Palin, I will be covering it a little bit more. Because it affects reserve list stuff, you're probably going to see a little bit more of it. I can't help it. It's just... The sales numbers are the sales numbers. And when I see people tweaking the market, manipulating the numbers a bit, that's a big deal. It's a big deal that somebody can go in and buy, 200 copies of something. Okay? From various places. It hasn't even shipped to them yet, and it's already worth more. And I know for a fact that a couple of stores canceled some of these orders, by the way. I found that was interesting, too. Because it had sold it at the store level, so it wasn't there anymore to ship out to the online order within that same day. It was crazy. I shook the price of my collection. I know, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. I was surprised myself. I was really surprised. And it's the same is going to happen when we get Lorwyn. When Lorwyn Eclipse comes out, if there's even 1 or 2 cards that connect to a reserve list combination card or bring us around to older cards from Lorwyn before or tribal themes like elves and stuff, things can just go off the rocker, right? Things can just change overnight, within hours. The key will be, will people buy stuff ahead of time? I did recommend buying a few cards this week, right? I put a video out showing how some of these cards are spiking, and I said, pay attention to some of this. You might want to get in on it. And it doesn't cost you a lot now, but it could cost you more later. Been watching the new anime called Midnight Yen. Some of the voice actors sound like those. Oh, from the Castlevania? Oh, I liked Castlevania. That was good. I think, was it Jess or Paper Sun recommended that? It was good. I watched it. Yeah. Yeah, Drokus, I'm sure they did. From where it was to where it went, yeah. Oh no, earworms! Everywhere, man. Everywhere we go, the earworms follow. If you remember your childhood well, yeah, before Commander was catered. Yeah, my first Commander deck, do I still have it? It didn't make sense. I took a bunch of single cards and stuffed them in the deck to draw a lot of cards. And I had Richard Garfield PhD, which I didn't know you couldn't have. And I had this list of all these cards so I could make the cards, you know, because PhD lets you change the card text and stuff. It was insane. For the same casting cost, it's just nutty. My stacks have never figured out how Phyrexian Devourer as well. I know. I'm sure, you know what? For Phyrexian Devourer, hold on. Where are we going here? Down here? Maybe. It has to be old binders. Maybe not. Down here? Hold on. I'm not gone. I'm just down low. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Oh, I'm making a mess. I hate when I do this, but I'm pulling up. Because of how my binders are organized, or lack of organization, I have some older ones down here. And sometimes you have to look through because they're not organized in the typical way that you'd expect them to be. Sunken Hall. I'm sure most of these cards are worthless now, but because I mix old ones in with new, certain binders will have old cards in certain sections. This is not one of them. Oh, see? You can see some old gray ones there. Let's see here. This could get lucky. Okay. This could have old stuff in it because we've got 4th edition, 3rd edition, Ice Age, Chronicles. But my problem with these guys is back in the day we wanted to save sleeve space. You stuff 6 or 7 cards in a single holder. So I've got to look and see if they feel thick. But I think for the Phyrexian Devourer... Oh, there's a banned card right there. Hold on, where's my banned card? Crusade is banned. I'm sure I have at least 1 or 2 Crusaders just inside one of these binders. Because I never threw it away, but I didn't really use it for anything. Blood Tide. Oh, there's Island Shade. Remember this one, guys? This was actually considered a pretty powerful card back in the day. This was considered, like, you know, pretty big. Protection from white. Like, this guy stood the test of time, you know? By today's standards, he's weak, but back then, whew. The Order of Ledber. Telemtor's Darts. Oh, look at that. Icacian Javeliers. Here's Fissure and stuff. Hold on. Artifact Blast. What's behind that? I just want to flip through this one because we have some. I think I'll just put them aside. If I have extras in here, or if I find some in here. Remember Traumatize? Let's look at Traumatize. That's a horrible card too. All right, what we got there? Oh, I mean, RPT. This is all slivers here. The Virulent Sliver, Root Sliver, Ward Sliver, Fury Sliver. Two-headed Sliver, Watch Sliver, Limp Sliver. It's crazy. Skyward Prophets. I'm going to get to... Okay, we're almost at the old pages. Hold on. What did I do here? Oh my god. These pages are basically falling apart with age. They're so old. I don't see it, though. No artifacts. There's a couple. A ruined arch and stuff. Maybe not. Maybe I don't have any here. I know I have some somewhere, though, because I remember that image so vividly that I know I have it somewhere. I know it. How many people are actually playing pre-modern? I don't know, but the sales tell us, White Squirrel, that something's going on, man. Oh. Well, I'm making a mess. Right? All my older cards. You gotta take care of this. It does sleep on pre-modern reserve cards and playables. That's why you gotta pay attention to your cards, man. I have these big collections. I have old binders, new binders. I have stuff in long boxes and I just gotta pay attention. See, like even this. This has got things like Desert Twister and stuff. I got, oh, do you remember that one? I think that's reserve list. Diamond Kaleidoscope. I used to use that. Library of Lang. Thalids! Remember Fungus? Oh, okay, here's a card. I used to love this card. Phyrexian Walker. This thing is a 0 casting cost 03. And it's not a wall. You could pump this thing up, man. It was so great. Jeweled Amulet. A Mox every other turn. So much fun. Or how about Black Vice and the Rack? Oh, combos. The combos of the day. These are almost... Hey, Door of Destinies. I remember that one. More slivers. More Jeweled Amulets. More Jeweled Amulets. Time Sieve. Lodestone Myrrh. Remember that? Hey, Beastmaster was awesome. Remember those creatures with the wings? They'd wrap around you, shake you, strip off your flesh, and just bones would fall out? That thing was awesome. There you go. See, we're bringing back the memories, man. Limdol's Paladins. Oh my goodness. Aspect of the Wolf. Crazy. Oh, Rabid Wombat. Rabid Wombats. Okay, now we got a whole bunch of Tarkir stuff. Arcane Denials. Boomerang. Man, Boomerang used to be sick. Ghost Quarter? Isn't Ghost Quarter an okay card? Glimmer Void. I think Glimmer Void's worth money. Urnham Djinn. But it's the Chronicles version. It's not going to help me. Merchant Scroll. A whole bunch of random lands. The Soul of Ravnica. Which is greater? Standard, Pioneer type? Oh my goodness. There are people who are going to be better equipped to answer that question tonight than me, I'll tell you that. We'll do the Enchantress. I'm still looking to see, because if I hit an old section, I couldn't see. The thing is, I'm pretty sure I had it in a binder. Rootwater Depths just looks cool. Right? Merciless Eviction. Another great card. Obviously. What's that? Oh, hey, these are from, is this from Eventide? Yeah. Remember this? The Deathbringer Liege? Like, look at that artwork, man. That's crazy. White creatures get +1/+1. Black creatures get +1/+1. This was great stuff. They're good cards, man. I don't know if it's worth money, but it's still a lot of fun. Dreadbore. Nope. Oh, what's the last page? Nope. Just, that's my problem. Random cards. Random. Be the big thing. Random. Gets me going, guys. There we go. We'll take a flip down memory lane. I just have stuff here. This is my collection, but still. Oh, this is my Arabian Night stuff. And then a whole bunch of... Oh, I need so many cards still. Look at it! It's beautiful, but it's not complete. I want to build a Pauper Commander deck. Not common. Oh, there you go. I haven't looked at this one in a while, too. My Army of Darkness binder. Oh, yes, I have. I only have 1 or 2 left because I had like 10 or 12, but a lot of people here on the channel asked for them when they were $1, when they first shot up in price. So I just mailed them all out. So I mailed some up for my personal collection because I ran out of ones that were in the bins. Mana Burn! Oh my goodness, Mana Burn! Pfft. Evil. Where's the pen? Ah, it fell. All right, White Squirrel, we got you, bro. Boom! Oh, I'm spinning for JST Cheese. Well, he doesn't get anything, White Squirrel, but it was very nice of you to do that. Ice Age set. Hey, Ice Age was a great set. I agree with you. There's some great stuff in there, man. Horde of Notions. See, even this. What random cards? More Merciless Evictions. Vindicate. The original Vindicate. When it was worth money. I don't think there's anything here. But you always have to look. Winter Orb. Blinkmoth Nexus. Bonesaw! Birds of Paradise. Hell's Caretaker. That was a great card. Yeah, that's it, right? Yep, nothing else there. Dominaria Remastered. Oh, we are going over old stuff. Question for the group. Anyone know where I can get a pack of starter deck of acrylic cases? Acrylic cases you can probably order. Kenneth, I think you can order those on like things like there's like websites you can actually order them from. Make sure. Oh, I hope so. You know what, Schmitty, it'd be great. I may have to go buy though. Like, I don't know if I can afford to actually purchase ground beef and stuff, but yeah. Let's get Schmitty. Boom! Let's get you something good, bro. Let's put you in the box for the chance to win the collector box. Oh. Hey, 5 free entries. Schmitty, you're in for 5, buddy. That's true. It'll only be 50 one time. Scary. Scary, but true. See, I don't think... It's Godzilla. I'm going to check this, but I don't think this has the Phyrexian Devour or anything. This is just... Nope. Not there. Nope. Oh, so many binders. What was that? Call Me Trip says, destructive urge to bring back land distribution. Hey, Drokus, that's a good one. That's the youngest I'll ever be. Hey, that's a good one. All right, Trip, let me get there, buddy. I give you a weak spin. A weak spin on purpose. Hoping to break it up here, man. Oh, okay. Trip. You've got to pick somebody else in the live stream tonight to put them in the box for the giveaway. You got to give me a name. Torbrand of Redfill. Such great cards. Summon Behemoth. I think this is all... Yeah. Great stuff, but... No high value targets there. Who is Ninja? I don't know. I'm not counting names for you, bro. You gotta pick something, man. What's in here? Oh, it's collector. I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole. You just gotta pick somebody, man. Pick somebody. Pick a friend. Yes. Keep them locked, you're right. They'll show up as like not there. You've got to look them up on a different database and say you like to look at them. Pick a rando. Remember, you're giving a chance for someone to win a $500 box of Magic cards, man. Nobody? Leave those lands alone. I know Mike's like, hello, peeky peeky. You guys are funny. So much there. My fear now, pick a stream newbie. Right? Luke Drogo's like, pick a stream newbie. Pick somebody out there. Pick a lurker. Who's out there lurking? All right, White Squirrel's in. White Squirrel. White Squirrel. I think your name's already in there, White Squirrel, but that's okay. I'll add them all up together when it comes to the give. Right? It's good times, man. Good times, people. I lurk in your dreams. It's gotta have a good time, man. Life is full of it. I love it. My fear right now, though, when I'm thinking about that Phyrexian Devourer, is that it's somewhere in other boxes. Just sitting there. Scuba Girl would say 9-minute warning. I thought she was coming back. I think she fell into the deep end with the baby, and she's just busy all the time now. Did anyone ever see the epic troll on Long Island yesterday? They beat the Leafs in overtime and they're winning music. Savage. You know what? The Leafs are not doing that great this year. Hopefully they pick up the slack, you know? What's this? Oh, Final Fantasy cards. Now I'm just looking at Summon a Fat Chocobo. I do like some of the art, man. Weapon vendor. Like... Summon a Fat Chocobo. Blitzball. Hey, Black Mage's Rod. This was selling a lot of copies, man. Some of these cards were selling crazy amounts. Still. I remember... Do you guys remember Arcanus the Omnipotent? Do you remember... Hey! Who said MTG Pack Rat? Come on, bro. I look at this and I say, this card used to be epic. Now, nothing. But it used to be an epic card. Where you're like, whoo, that one had some serious pull to it, man. Now Arcanus is just like, meh. Meh. I remember when it first came out. I think it really got killed when they put it in that Clash pack of the Versus decks, right? When they do the Versus stuff, that's when it happens. I'm trying to find... I'm telling you, man. Now I'm worried I have like a... It doesn't matter. Somewhere there's a random pile now of cards. I know it. Oh, snow tires. Yeah, all I'll say is my snow tires saved me a lot and other people not so much. You still can't drive like a moron. I'm sorry. There was people like doing crazy stuff this weekend and we saw 4 or 5 people up on the ditches and stuff, like up on the snow piles because they lost control thinking they could rip along. And of those cars, most of them may have been Mercedes, BMW classification cars. And maybe the drivers were a little bit on the younger side. Just saying. Just saying. The possibilities. What's in this one? See, I got random things here. I'm like, what's in that? What is in this one? Too true. Don't drive like a madman. I agree. But people do it, man. I gotta check this. Which one's this one? Checking it. Oh, it's got Pikeman. This looks like a banding deck. We got White Knight, Marshall Coop, Core Firewalker, Savannah Lions. Oh, no, it's not. Oh. But look, remember this card? We're going back, man. Remember that. A Kithkin Rogue. Do you guys remember the Mistwhittle stock? It was a 1/1 for 2. Protection from converted mana cost of 3 or greater. And the thing had lifelink. Some of the cards that they thought of for that set were just sick. Oh, the Figure of Destiny. Like a pack riding, like, the hell you say? Never! Never! Remember the Kithkin guy, man? If you level him up all the way. I wonder if they'll have more level up cards. Oh, that would be sick. I love that stuff, man. Make him an 8/8 warrior token with flying and first strike. Now they'll add like double strike, trample, unsummon. How about the original? Or not original. Is it original? A Johnny Goldmane. No, the original was a Johnny Vengeance, right? Where he's red-white. And he could like deal damage. That was such a better version of him. Some of the cards are like... Pfft. Oh, wow. I've got foil Figures of Destiny. I got foil ones in here. I think the figure died though, right? Figure of Destiny. Let's see here. He probably got reprinted a lot. Yeah, he's $1 now. Look how much he used to be worth back in 2014. $6, $7 card. Oh, he got reprinted a lot. Foil Multiplier. He could be a $2 card, man. $2. I remember it well. Oh, man. Watching the values get killed, sometimes you're like, remember that card? Do you remember when? Remember that card was worth money? No, I think... Okay, Clash. I think we're going to get Tree Folk. I think for sure because it'll fit in with Lord of the Rings later in the year. If they bring Ents. So I think we will get some Tree Folk. And I think what will happen is people will kind of forget about the Tree Folk. There'll be a few. And there'll be a couple of decent ones. But they won't really do anything in Standard, right? They're like, maybe it's going to go into a Tree Folk Tribal. But then when we get to The Hobbit, they're going to introduce... I mean, they have to make a full set. So they're going to introduce Tree Folk again. There'll be Ents. And then they'll just, ramp it up. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the Land Destruction. I think you're right, though. They definitely have a lot of cards that come into the Lorwyn block. And I wonder how you can put all of that into one set, unless the set's big. Right? Because the Lorwyn block had the one main set, right? Lorwyn. Then you had Evening Tide, Morning Tide, the smaller sets. But if you can make a set like 350, 400 cards, you can do it. It is time already. What are we talking about, White Squirrel? What are we doing here? Yeah, Clash. I'm just saying, like, it makes sense that they can't really forget about it because they need to fill out the Hobbit set. And they already gave us stuff in the Tales of Middle-earth, right? So it makes sense to give us some standard guys with a few that will fit into Commander. Maybe do some wonky stuff for trees that makes sense. It may not make sense right away when we see them, but over time, it kind of blends, right? That's just the way I call it. That's true, but they've got to fill out the set. This is a standard set that they need to be successful. They need to tie this in. So I'm betting you'll even have some specialty cards that weren't in the Hobbit at all, right? Maybe a couple of other dragons. It won't just be, it won't just be Smog, right? You're going to give us other dragons. You're going to give us other things to beef it up. Other dragons that are mentioned in other books probably is what my guess would be, right? I'm just guessing. But if they want a set to be successful, they got to reach things out. Exactly. Shadowmoor. Yeah! All right, guys, we got to wrap things up here tonight. Thanks again for hanging out. Thank you to everyone who donated to the channel. It'll be a fun week. Tons of new spoilers coming up. We will have conversations about this on next week's live stream. We'll have a lot to discuss. And, of course, the comment sections. I haven't done a video for tomorrow yet, so hopefully I get something put together. If not, you guys, I'm sure, will understand. But we'll see how things work out. I mean, I might pull a late night tonight and see what I can pull together. Just some fun stuff coming. Guys, thanks again for hanging out. Thanks for being here and hanging with the MoXMan. We'll be back next week, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Don't forget to like the videos. Like, thumbs up, comment. Helps a lot. And everyone donated. Thank you. Thank you again for keeping the internet running. Bye, everybody, and thank you for the birthday wishes!